So, we haven't resolved that, but now would you like to not resolve your own psychological trauma?
I don't know that I have much more to say about it. I think what I was...
You told me it did.
What I was going to comment on, because we left it last time about somewhat of the brief realization that it was more about the...
You like Victor's aloofness.
INFJ /
See, I was not pulling that out of my butt.
No, / also I would say the 4 Wing 5 narrative, because that certainly fits him as well. Here's my problem, and I'll unpack it in 2 ways. In the description of, and if you know anything about the whole number system within...
What was that?
Within...
I can leap tall buildings in a single bound and fall off of them.
Oh, what is... Wow. I'm drawing a blank.
You are. Get the guy! What are you doing?
If you are familiar with Enneagram types, the dilemma I have is that 4 type Enneagram specifically has, I wouldn't say a struggle, but a tendency to consider themselves to be not just misunderstood.
Yes, that's what I was getting.
No, not just misunderstood, but they have a
being misunderstood.
A reputation of, reveling a little bit in that and almost acting like they're impossible to understand. Well, that feels angsty to me, and I also disagree with the sentiment. Oh, I actually disagree with the sentiment. This has been one of my rubs with my fellow...
The reason you like Victor is you kind of like that he's that way.
No, but this is the rub.
Was that just projection?
This is the rub.
Mounted Massacre.
I don't.
Was it called that last time, or was it just?
Probably not. I don't know.
He is giving off pro wrestler spit talk vibes.
Well, that's
he's about to give his. What do they call that?
Rampage is what we called it last time, and that's what.
Oh yeah, well, what do you call it? Trash talk.
Yeah.
Spit talk.
Spit.
He's about to put out his
chin wagging with.
He's about to put out his trash talk.
He's just as restless as a cat with a hot foot.
What?
Come on. Anyway, my rub.
Oh, I've got to do 5 Karagor tech things now.
Is that?
Oh wait, no, this is totally different.
I don't believe that I am impossible to understand, and I don't submit that is a fair. It bothers me when fellow 4s, and this is where I think it is 4 Wing 3s, which is the achiever. They definitely have more of a tendency to be this way, where they're like, I'm just impossible to understand, but I continue to strive to be the best I can be, whatever. It's a very angsty and also very melodramatic statement.
Well, it is a little bit, but you're allowed to be a little melodramatic.
I think that the reason why I'm less this way is because I have a Wing 5, which is a rarer type anyway, as far as the 4 Wing 5.
See, there you go, trying to act like you're special.
But here's the thing. This is where I draw the distinction. I do believe I'm misunderstood most of the time, but it has nothing to do with me being so unique that I'm misunderstood. It has everything to do with the fact that most people, by and large, just don't give a rat's behind.
True, but by that, I think it's fair to say that most people are misunderstood.
Yes, 100%. I would agree with that. And so, where I find more lean with Victor is the INFJ concept of saying there is a need or a necessity for withdrawal because of a thought process of isolation. It's a little bit like what it was. I believe it was Einstein. It may have been somebody different, but for some reason I have it in my head that it's Einstein. Said a life of being an intellectual essentially is a life of loneliness.
Well, a lot of very smart people have said similar things.
Because the bottom line is when you start thinking on a higher level, or at least having some self-reflection, more so than most people, because most people don't take the time or spend the effort, it is going to isolate you to some degree. I don't think in a again, not in a melodramatic way, but in a way that says, I appreciate isolation, and I don't want anybody to fault me for that. So I think with Victor, you see very clearly he withdraws at times and talks strictly to Sky, which is either, depending on your point of view, it's either actually Sky in the Arcane, or which is more my bend, or it's his projection of himself, which I think is less so.
I think the best argument in favor of it is the fact that she also disappears when he absorbs the life essence of all his followers.
Right.
So presumably he's absorbing her essence as well. All right, so whoa, he's broken. Are you kidding me? He's broken already. Get off the Karagor. I gotta suck him. Brains, give me him. Oh, now, get out of my way. Brains, let me have his brains. He's hard. He's got a lot of brains. I'm probably gonna have to shame him.
Hard. He's got a lot of brains.
I figured I'm gonna have to shame him. All right, we almost got him. He's disabled.
Disabled him.
I thought that the fortress is disabled. We shamed him so much, he's now disabled.
He's now a paraplegic.
It's all psychosomatic.
So,
yeah, you bull, get out of here. Terrified little babies. Bleeding. No, I'll help you. I don't know who you are.
That's
that Hoshgrish.
Hoshgrish.
Well, he was the one who dealt the final blow, so I'll give him that.
So I think that I agree with the sentiment that is why I connected with him, but I resist the idea that even within Victor's case that it's impossible to understand him, because obviously a great example would be
like
Sky.
By the end, it kind of is, if only because he's half a god.
Sky, and I would argue
she's
clearly,
dead by the end.
Well, yeah, but I would argue clearly on a non-gay level. Chase.
Sadly, we do have to specify that.
But see, you go, it's just that few people spend the effort. And that, I think, is a true rendering of the common... the commonwealth, if you will, of people.
Interesting turn of phrase.
Why?
Well, just calling the Commonwealth is it's a bit of an old-fashioned term.
Well, sure. But I just think it's my perspective
Ashkarn's still here,
for Wing 5, I think the intellectual side of the 5 within Enneagram allows me to look at it more objectively and say, it's not that I'm so unique that causes me to be misunderstood. It's that most people are misunderstood because most people, by and large, just don't give enough to care. And I'm okay. I'm also okay with only being understood by a select few. I prefer it that way. But here's my rub.
Oh, but see, that I think is also because you did act as though it was. Reveling may not be the right word, but there is an element of like, no, I actually want to be that.
Right. Well, and I will accept that. I do like being that way.
Because you said a similar thing about Tommy, where it's like you like him because you like the fact that he's a highly competent character that is easily underestimated.
Yes, 100%. I do.
So that means you enjoy that. You enjoy that concept of being a
comeuppance. Yeah, I do.
Being an underestimated
individual.
Foe.
Yes, that's true. You're running straight.
Well, the map is telling me that's the way to go.
I also think
where is he's back down
the
there.
reason why I am drawn to characters like that is because, and this is going to be probably the most revealing part of this discussion and most therapeutic, is that
I'll light my pipe.
Is that I wish I had one. I don't. There are few people that accept that as a valid and even not even valid, validated perspective to have. That idea of need for isolation or that whatever most people fault you for. In the same way that I think there's a degree of plight for introverts that go, you got to be extroverted and be more outgoing and whatever else. And I think obviously,
No,
as
it's the answer.
as tropey as that is, it's true that we kind of get sick and tired of it because it's like, yeah, you're right. No, that's not the truth. It's not required, and nor should it be, in my opinion.
In fact, you should shut up more.
Yeah, but I
Let's
also
get you
think,
back in your shell.
but I also think the reason why I'm drawn to these kinds of characters is because they unapologetically are that way. Whereas I think in my own life, I wish I was a little more demonstrative with my desire to be isolated at times, because many of the people that I surround myself with misunderstand why I need to be isolated. They either take offense to it because they take it personally and go, well, you don't want to hang out with me. Well, it's like, well, okay,
I
that's
don't want
not
to
what
hang
I'm
out with
saying.
anyone.
Right. And that, or
All people sicken me equally right
or
now.
they find me as obtuse, or somehow like, oh, you think you're better than, or you think that you have to have, I don't know. I really don't understand why the motivation is, but there's a part of me that goes, why do you care if I want to be by myself for a minute? Like, I don't understand the challenge with this, because if somebody else told me, like you and I think are a fairly good example of this. There are days that you go, hey, I'm kind of not feeling it or whatever, or you're busy or you're preoccupied, and I just go, oh, okay. But I don't immediately go, our relationship is in jeopardy now. It's like, no, that's not what he said at all. It's just a, hey, I need a moment. For pity's sake, give him a moment.
Leave that man alone.
Stop it. Leave that man alone. Maybe it's a manhood thing. Maybe this is a misogyny issue.
Well, did I ever show you that Take a Walk song?
No.
It's basically, I thought I did. It's a good song. It's kind of odd because it's like a narrative-based song. And it's essentially like a guy
with a guy.
It's essentially a story. It's like this guy, he's immigrant, moves to America for the new life, and he brings his family over, but they all basically just like scatter across the country, and he never sees them anymore. And then basically each verse is like him trying to do something positive and it kind of not working out, and then the refrain at the end of each verse is I took a walk, because basically it's like sometimes that's when things go wrong, it's kind of all you can do is just like, all right, I'm just gonna go think about this. And
maybe you have told me that story before.
I thought I had, because it's a song that I appreciate for that same thing. It's just like sometimes that's all you can do is be like, well, things are going to pot, I'm taking another walk.
Yeah. So I wish I wasn't penalized for it, or at least looked at as relationally disconnected. That annoys me.
Where's me boy?
Because I find it, whoa, talk about a winning smile.
He's clumsy though, and he's soft-headed. Oh, he's this guy, damaged by range attacks and soft-headed. I know what I'm doing to you.
So I think that is the rub for me is
So the godlike ambition is not part of it for you.
No, I would be.
Here's something for your soft head. Oh, this head doesn't seem that soft.
I would be remiss if I didn't admit that on a power level,
If someone gave you the chance to be a god.
with Tommy and with in both cases, I think there is a I wouldn't call it a power trip, but it's a
With Tommy, I'd say it is.
unquestionable authority. It's more about authority. Power and authority, it's a hard distinction, but to me, power is a exercised authority, whereas I want to have, really what I'm looking for is respect. When I say, hey, I need some private moment to think to myself, I want that to be unchallenged, not because people are scared of me, but because people respect me. Does that make
It would
sense?
be that big of a problem if they were a little bit scared, though.
Well, no. But this is what I say. I would be remiss if I didn't say, yeah, that's probably accurate, that there's a part of it that's a little bit of a power trip, which is why I say it's not the greatest... it's not the greatest showing, I suppose, of my personality, but it's a true part of my personality nonetheless. He's also
Vault!
vulnerable. He's also vulnerable to break strikes, if you remember.
All right, yeah, he's the guy I was able to grab at any point.
Executions.
How do I grab people again?
There you go.
He said I could. He said he was clumsy and I could grab him at any point.
There you go.
A couple free shanks.
Not to be confused with Shawshanks.
I'm gonna bedazzle your kidney. What?
Oh, what?
That's supposed to explode. Guess I'm not doing it right. I killed all your friends. You know where this is going.
Okay.
Pulling some sorcery out of here. Out of here being his butt.
I think that is where he pulled those little.
Oh, he's Teddy.
He's immune to executions.
Oh.
It said that he was sensitive to the execution.
He is sensitive to him. Did I take off his foot last time? I didn't know he had a peg leg.
X. Just gonna try to.
Oh, who is you who just got back up? What are you?
Surprised to see me? You shouldn't be. A true
Booze.
tactician strikes when victory is most likely.
I
Right now,
don't-
Victory looks very bloody likely. For me.
I'm in the middle of something else right now, pal. What are you?
Enraged by rival.
Okay.
Okay, they're just.
Are you gonna fight each other, or how about you fight each other?
Stacking the deck and no.
Hey,
No.
hey! Enraged by cowards. Well, yeah, he certainly is a coward. Get back here. I'm almost up. Don't kill him! Don't kill him! Don't kill him! Don't kill him! Let me suck his brain. I'm probably gonna have to shame him again, though. No, I don't. Huzzah for General Ashgon! Now get out of here. No, I don't want him to hurt because he's already hurt.
Okay.
Get out of here. Go rest up. Yeah, I'll kill you. I'll kill you kids.
Hockey kids. I love that.
Are you soft-headed? I'm out of bows. We're out of arrows. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Am I soft-headed?
He's gonna.
What is he gonna do to me?
Oh, you.
Show me what you really got.
All right. Take off my pants. I'm sorry. I thought this was going a different direction.
I'm retreating now. I wasn't ready for that. I wanted to ambush you, not be.
Don't go wherever you think you're going. Hack his face. I don't like you very much. Ouch. Ah, these things are exploding. Woo! Okay. I mean, I'll get the chance.
You've got a lot to learn about fighting, Tark.
Okay, teach me.
Nope.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's dumb. To me, that felt very.
Well, I
that
don't.
felt very code heavy.
I don't
That
care
didn't
because
feel
I
like-
got my guys. Oh wait, Ashgarn.
What?
Ashgarn. Where'd you go? Did he get demoted?
Okay.
Ashgarn
that
got demoted.
seems silly.
Can I make him? Can I command him to take this position? Infiltrate the empty spot? Come a spy to who? He's going to become a spy to the empty tower.
Go and complete.
It's a very easy mission. It's called entering the tower. Or is... What does garrison mean? Would that mean if I had guys in reserve, I could install one? Well, they're not that ready to be deployed, are they? Because I can't deploy them. I'm going to go help Ashgarn infiltrate the empty tower. Really? I'm just going to fast
Anyway,
travel there.
but that was the.
Is that the gist of it? That's all you had to get off your chest?
Yeah, I'm as far as this new year. So I've been in looking back when I was kind of unpacking all that in my head. I think you and I come at
Since last week, you mean?
yeah. You and I come at self-evaluation maybe from a different angle. Not that we don't arrive at the same place, I would argue, but I find that I tend to think through my own feelings and and motivations and internal kind of.
Oh no! We never got Thrak.
Oh.
Because we never got Thrak, he's gonna have to fight and kill him. Well, we got Flak and Skak. So I guess Thrak would be redundant. Well, I would have liked to avoid this.
Thrak is about to get his patty whacked.
Actually, I don't know that because Thrak's higher level than Ashkarn.
Oh no, that would be tragic.
Can I help
Come on,
him?
Ashkarn.
Is there anything I can do to help him out?
You got this. Don't
Is there
die.
anything... I want to know, though. Is there actually anything... No! Is there anything I can actually do to influence these fights?
Don't die. I don't want him to die. Oh.
Like, I don't seem to have any influence over this.
Which is sad. I think we may have just sent him to his death. That'd be a shame.
I'm not confident that levels alone determine this.
I hope not, 'cause it seems like it may.
Well, they're kind of being equally matched right now. Oh, that was impressive. Because I can't imagine that it's... Because how is this a mission if I have no control over it?
I don't know. I mean,
And yet, there's a part of me that wonders... Like, they can't just make it that every guy I send here wins. But if I don't have any control over it, I don't know how I can... Ah! Wake up! Wake up! He's charging his Kamehameha! Get him! I'm just mashing buttons and I have absolutely no clue that I'm even doing anything. But I can't help but feel like I'm supposed to do something. Well, he's getting a lot of mileage out of this attack. I mean, if he wins this, it's going to be... If he does win this, it's going to be close.
This is the only time I've ever been... Oh!
That did some good. Although we're still hurt.
Oh, I'm so nervous about him. He's going to die.
We don't know that. They're both dying equally.
Yeah, but he's got friends.
Well, I don't think those guys are actually attacking us. He's broken.
Come on, Ashkarn, you got this. Break
Don't.
his noodle. No! Break his noodle.
Break his back, apparently.
There you go.
Oh, and then his noodle. Well, farewell to Thrak. So I have no clue if I influenced that at all by button mashing. But, hey, we won.
I hope that he gets a massive level up for that.
So, Ashkarn. Yay! Ashkarn and Ronk. So now we can take on Big Bubba. Do we have enough other guys? I mean, I feel like we got some pretty decent... I forgot about Snafu. So we got Snafu, Skak, Flak,
Snafu, we've got
Oshkrish, Ushak, Ookabook. And a bunch of these other guys are dead. So...
Do we want anybody else? Do we want Norsko?
I think I just want to get on with this mission and see what it's about.
Well, let's do it. I feel like we're there. Anyway, but in rereading my journals as I was kind of unpacking my own emotional state, I tend to do that and then apply that lens to shows where I feel like maybe you look from the show.
Well, but it's a both and, because I do that. I already had done that before I watched the show, and then it was like, but because obviously I think there's going to be elements where the show can reveal something you hadn't considered.
Sure,
but I also think that generally, if you're a relatively self-reflective person, you'll also know a decent bit about yourself.
Sure.
So I knew immediately as I was watching the first season of Arcane, I'm going, okay, I already recognize my affinity for this character, and I think I didn't have to think long and hard and go, I wonder why. It was like, no, I think it clicked pretty immediately, because I had already...
Because we can all agree we all hate Vi.
I wouldn't even go so far as to say I hate Vi. It's just because the thing is, she's still a well-written character. I just don't like the character.
Sure. Yeah.
And hate's too strong. It's more just like I just don't agree.
Well, I get annoyed with the Vi sympathizers that basically say, she can do no wrong. I'm more inclined to be okay with the people that go, well, they're all just flawed individuals trying to do their best. That makes more sense to me, and if you want to read the narrative like that, then sure. But when you try to put the albatross of the
Vi's
problem
best
around,
is not as good as people think.
yeah.
That's my main thing. Is it's again, I don't particularly like.
You won't be overlord for long.
And it's the thing is, it's easy if you don't analyze very deeply to say, well, Vi's obviously like Vi and Echo are basically the only quote unquote good characters in the show because they're the only ones who don't do bad things.
Yeah,
and it's like, sure, Echo, I think you've got even probably a better argument. That's kind of why I find Echo slightly boring, is because he's the least complicated of all of the characters.
Yeah.
Vi, I think, is more complicated than some, and more complicated than a lot of people think, because
but it makes
it's like she doesn't do anything overtly wrong.
Yeah, she
she's
does.
Still, well, okay,
and
obviously
people
she
just
abandons her
overlook
sister.
it.
That's
well,
a bad
not just
thing.
that. I mean, she like killed the kid in the with.
No, she didn't exactly do that, although she was pretty callous about it.
So I'm just saying. I mean, people like overlook
It's
stuff
like it's
like
not,
that.
but compared to terrorism and mass murder, it's like okay, sure, I suppose it is better, but that doesn't make her a great person. All right. I don't know how I set this up.
Ooh, we've lowered the base.
Oh, by a lot, because we took out several guys. I see a 19 and an 18 in my ranking. I don't know what that means. Does that mean the people that I'm following?
I don't know.
How would I even know who's who? Siege upgrades. Oh, okay, I can give classes. Bruise is the Warmonger tank. Well, hang on. Cool. Now, why don't I have anyone in this? I can pick them.
Skak.
Yeah, come on, Skak. So these are going to be basically I'm assembling teams.
I would use your higher people is all.
Well, Skak's pretty high up. Oh, I only have 3. So I can only bring 3 guys along. In that case, yeah, I want to bring along my highest. So Snafu's 18, Skak is 20, Bruise is 19, Flax 14. He's probably not high enough. Hoshgrish, there you go, Hoshgrish, it's your moment. This is the magic, the music, the Hoshgrish. I don't know that song well enough. Oh, I think he has to be because he's a plot relevant character. All right. I don't like that I can't have more people. But I've also got I've got 2 spies in the base.
Is it because
so
you're not high enough? It's saying
apparently
because of the fact that you're not 25. So should you wait then? This is why I'm.
No, I'm just gonna do it.
Okay. I feel like this is like one of the.
I can purchase. No, it's not an ending. This is the beginning, as far as I understand it. We do the same thing in multiple areas of Mordor. This is just the first one. Bolstered with savages, axe-wielding shock troops, attacking armor bolstered with defenders, shield heavy infantry, hunters. Deadly to beasts. This is a Karagor place, so I'm going to buy this. So I can buy some...
Oh, we're just about to...
Fiery siege beasts!
We're just about to run this freaking castle clean over.
Yes, please, with the fiery siege beasts. Can I only choose one of these at a time? Okay, so I can only have one bonus for each attack guy. Oh, what? We're now a level 144!
Yeah, that's what I said. We're just going to run, like, mow them down.
So we could have probably done this before. Just us and a basketball named Wilson. How do I actually begin this attack? Okay.
Anyway, in reading through my journals,
get out
though,
the way. Get out the way, orcs. Get out
I may read you some passages.
Oh.
There's ones I'm certainly not going to do that on air. But there's
Come on,
some passages.
soliloquize.
There are some passages that I just find.
This is not how many people we recruited.
Without
I'd like
patting
to point out.
myself on the back, I feel like I am far more eloquent on page than I
I'm
am
very
at
much that way.
times.
I write almost. People who read my writings would probably think I was being pretentious, but that is just how I think.
Right, exactly.
It's like I actually think in ye olde
Do you have
writing.
2 heads, pal?
No, he's wearing some kind of a
he's
thing.
got 2 heads.
No, I think he's wearing some kind of a skin. That is the textbook definition of nonplussed.
Actually, I don't know a single word. Language is a pain in the ass, but to hazard a guess, he said you're all gonna die horribly. My kind of bloke.
I can't help but feel like the comedy sidekick orc is a little bit out of place, but
To find focus.
how much impact am I going to actually have on this fight?
Capture what?
Apparently a lot. Alright, so I gotta capture some victory points. Victory Screech! Oh, why?
Oh, and get this one because it's the closest.
Get out of my way, underling. Capture how? Do I capture it just by standing in it?
Okay.
This is a guy.
Push.
Push. Capture the point. Well, that seemed unnecessary. That seemed a bit easy. Woo!
I did it, boss. Just like you told me to.
Good on ya. Good boy, Ronk.
Ripper gear this lot has. Maybe I'll pick up a sword for myself. I could use
Ripper is, I believe, an Australian slang term. So we've got an Aussie orc in our company. Fair play, though. If you had any, if you're gonna have any nationality of orc, the Aussie orcs would be the ones I'd go with. I'd send them in buck naked, and they'd still win.
I'd send them in buck naked, and then they'd win.
Well,
Orcs would be like,
I come through the
"Did
gates.
you see that guy?"
I'll come through the gates expecting a fight, and everybody will be dead, and they'll just be having a barbecue. Oi, boss! So a right load of piss these fellas were. We're having a fish fry.
We got some on the bobby right now.
This feels a little easy, though. All I'm doing is planting
We
flags.
certainly stacked.
Ashgarn! You're the newest member, but I'm already fond of you.
Expect a thing.
See, I'm feeling this fills me with pride and camaraderie.
This full capturing business. And once this one's yours, you'll need a new overlord. I'd like to throw my hat in that ring.
Well, you know, I might just let you wear that hat.
Potential is nearly.
Get up, lads.
Righto. Now I'll snuff the overlord for you.
No, I'd like to do that myself.
The Overlord will send a message throughout this region. That message comes.
See, I was going to say that. Come on, fella.
I know. He's just like.
He totally is Aussie.
He's not even gonna argue with you. He's just like, righto.
He's a total Aussie orc, and I'm down with that. I'm wearing different clothes.
Yes, I tend to be very upper crusty, but that is the way that I think. And so, at the beginning of, well, I'll say this after this cutscene, I
I
suppose.
don't know if it's a cutscene. It's probably going to be a fight.
This fort belongs to the Bright Lord now!
Oh, he does. Ew.
Can't hear anything in this.
Oh, it's.
Or is it just a guy? Oh, it is just a guy on his back.
Thought I recognized that voice.
Is it Ratbag?
Catch up on. Where do I start?
How about your death?
What? You mean getting hit by the hammer? It's a headache at most. I mean, you want to kill an Uruk, you gotta take the head clean off. Does the job every time. Well,
Wait a second.
He's from the first
Wasn't
game.
he? But it wasn't he.
He's the first orc we recruit in the first game.
Yeah, but
I mean,
he's clearly.
he's not dead.
Well, but is he still a friend?
welcome. The man is a friend. The Olog, watch him. Make sure he don't do anything suspicious, like, you know, kill me.
How did you end up here?
Well, I was captured by some slavers, actually. They weren't all slavers. Two were cannibals, one was a necromancer. Fun bunch. They captured this Olog. Oh, he was in rough shape. We were cage mates until I sprung us out of there. Olog jumps out, arms go a-flying, and then here we are, the best of friends.
Muranam Kirindu Rachanuk.
Oh, right. I should tell him about the fort thing. Thank you for that. It's kind of a long story. Ranger killed the old overlord, now it's ours.
Ranger?
Oh, yeah, I named him after you.
I'm honored.
Well, it's been nice catching up and all, but Bright Lord and me just came by to tell you that the fort's ours now.
Right, Lord. Well, you are welcome to it, Right Lord. Me and Ranger are done with the Overlord game. It's a right pain. You gotta feed your followers, train your followers, make sure you don't get killed by your followers. Yeah, it's a right bother.
Oh, well, your worries are over. Because now I'm Overlord.
No, no, not you. Anybody but you. Whatever you need, Ranger. Me and Ranger have got you covered. Wait, Ranger. It's a little confusing, isn't it? But the point is, Bruce cannot be Overlord.
Zupakin.
I'm kind of tempted to disagree.
I don't know. I like
feel-
the Aussie orc,
No,
but
and
again, I
also
like
feel
Ratbag.
like Ratbags have been being a bit of a tool to us right now.
They have their uses. You must choose our Overlord with care.
Yeah.
Maybe you read my mind. I am a mighty, vicious, what? Olog's friend.
Well, do I actually get to make a choice?
There's a part of me that wonders whether we ought to give it to Ronk.
Well, he does have. He's one of our highest ranked guys, and he has the most. He's got the longest history with us.
But still we stand. There is a new power in Mordor. You! In the day
So we're a populist orc leader.
other battles.
We're gonna bring democracy to Mordor.
But starting today, Mordor belongs to you. Mordor belongs
Take control. Take control of your city. Oh, okay. Yay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is only the first one of these that we do. We're going to do this in a bunch of places. Yay! Somehow 1,000 skill points seems underwhelming for all that we just did, but...
Ashgarn would be a decent one.
Oh,
I
we can't
suppose.
even choose Bruise.
The fact that
Why can't I choose Bruce? So the plot's enforcing me that I can't. I mean, I've only got 2 level. Okay, I got a couple of level 20 guys. I've actually got lots of 12 level 20 guys.
I feel like it's got to be either Ashgarn or Ronk, but I mean Ashgarn.
Ashgarn's the most recent.
But
Ronk's got the longest history with us.
yeah. I mean, he has the reason to. He has the
Snafu
most
saved our butt lots of
the
times,
biggest, yeah, the amount of time.
but he's also the lowest level.
I feel like
well, not the lowest level, but
Ronk has had enough history with us and been defeated and lowered enough
Although-
that he knows that he's.
Ukabuk was one of our early grabs too. He's been around a long time. But Ronk was too formidable a foe. We have to honor his prior
Exactly.
success against us. Now the real question is, they say choose with care, but like, do I have
but
to
it
like,
says epic.
do I have to
for-
consider,
Well,
like,
because it's like 20 versus 20 epic. Did you see that? So it's like Ashgarn. The fact that he
Wushak.
fought somebody that was up a higher level than him and still beat him. I mean, that's.
yeah, but he's so see, but then how is this guy's legendary, but he's only 14, so I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. I mean,
I would like to see some of their stats before I have to make this choice. It's not letting me though. I think we got to stick with the history of Ronk.
I agree.
I just don't know what his actual stats are, which makes me feel like
Well, certainly they were enough to help us.
it just seems like if they're going to tell me I need to be careful, then I feel like they need to let me actually look at my guys and see what their stats. But I'm going to do it. Oh. Heavily
get to look at
damaged.
their stats.
Well, but I just selected him though.
No, you didn't, because you haven't yet. It says promote, so you could go back and push B.
Oh, okay. All right. He is beast proof. That's pretty good. Comes in rage at the sight of a shadow strike. I don't know what that means. Advanced class destroyer, expert in explosive tactics. Hail of stunning bolts. Gang of hunters, bombs, mines.
What's his weakness, though?
He's vulnerable to stealth, But I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys are. He's damaged by ranged attacks, damaged by executions. These are also the standard damage things. He doesn't have any unusual vulnerabilities.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna do it. All hail Overlord Ronk. Oh, who took Ronk's place as the war chief then?
Probably Bruce.
Didn't look like him. And now suddenly the sky is clear and the land is green.
We should upgrade our defenses before Sauron attempts to reclaim what he has lost.
And there are more fortresses to conquer, and the plan.
Sorry, I'm ignoring you. Ratbag.
He was being a real.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but I'm willing to let it go just because of the history. I mean, I couldn't have chosen him either. So now Hoshgrish is a war chief and Ashgarn. I'm okay with them too because they're high levels. Well, there's a part of me feels like Ukabuk deserves something. Okay.
Go over to Bruce.
I still don't know what this garrison mechanic is gonna do. What about Bruce?
I'll look at him real quick. Did he lower?
No, he's just the same. He's also a plot relevant guy, so it may entirely be that,
He has to be further up the food chain, maybe.
yeah, like they might save him to be something else more important down the line or something. I don't know. Oh, why? We finally got it. That's a fort, huh?
Well,
Right, guys?
no. So at the beginning of my entry for
Okay.
2025,
So we took over and then we just gilded the place, literally. This is not what it looked like when we took it over.
that's freaking awesome.
It's a sort of Gothic cathedral now.
Uh,
Check this out. Did I make a statue to myself? Is it a statue to Ratbag? Or is that wrong? Let me have a look-see here. Who's this fella?
Looks like wrong.
I can't tell. It's not Ronk's helmet. He looks like an orcish pope. What's with the hat?
Anyway, in the beginning entry that I have in 2025, I have a excerpt from
Shakespeare.
Invictus, the Hemingway, where he says, "I am the master of my fate."
That's not Hemingway, is it?
Yeah, it is. I think it's
Huh.
Hemingway, isn't it?
I thought it was a guy that I could never know the name of. It's a guy I always forget the name. The Fortress of Sharkbirds and Nurnin is yours. This is only the first battle, and more fortresses.
Almost forgot to tell you one last thing.
Yeah, it's
Now that you
Hemingway.
have my fort, it will eventually come under attack, which you already know since you attacked it once yourself. Nicely done, by the way. The thing is, you don't always need to be on the defense. You have scouts who
Henry.
can sniff out enemy forts, so you can go on the attack yourself. You know what they say, the best offense is a good offense. And don't worry about running low on orcs. If you ever need new
Henry.
recruits,
Sorry, I was
you go talk to a globe they call
for some
the
reason I had it as
Headhunter.
Hemingway.
He'll sort you
Henry.
out. Oh, Shrock. I forgot to fill Ranger's feeding bowl before I left. He's gonna be cranky if I don't get back. I'm coming, Ranger!
Yeah, so the reason I got it confused is because Henley is apparently William Ernest Henley, and Ernest Hemingway is. I'm like, okay, well that's. Okay. Anyway, but I started the year saying that was the way I was going to live this year out. Was the whole "I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul." It's like, well, that's yep.
I
gonna be
quoted
very
Epictetus the other day
In which.
in one of my first of the year entries.
But I'm saying which excerpt or which.
It was not actually as. It was a bit more. What's the word? Fatalist. I was talking about lamenting the fact that time is so hard to come by these days, and so I quoted one of my favorite quotes of his. It says, I forget the full thing. The final sentence of it, which was the only sentence I quoted, is. I'm trying to remember the full thing, and I'm not going to be able to. But the final line is, like the hour I must come, and like the hour pass. You're basically going, you can't choose what time you get. You just have to use what you have as best as you can.
Right.
This is weird now having my own place. You there.
I like it.
Fetch me a coffee. Can I do that? Get me some grog.
It says press the line one to select the character.
I can unlock a skill. 2 skill points. How about that? Hold down Y while using a track to leave behind a wraith. What? So I can just kill people remotely then? I have to have other abilities first to be able to do that. Ooh, that's a useful ability. Okay. This is weird. Oh, I was just wanting to sit in, guys. You don't have to.
Yeah, I hate it when they fall in the mud.
This is weird. Where did we get all this gold? Oh. I can just pick up random gold in my own camp. I suppose it makes perfect sense. This is weird. It's kind of surreal. Alright, well, all this belongs to me now.
Seems like that would happen.
Well, it didn't seem like it was going to happen for a long time.
I
Okay.
feel like we really came into our own the last probably 2 episodes.
What?
It's like, hey, we should have been playing like that the entire time.
What? So this is the same guy in all of these. I don't know who that is. Well. No, get off. Hello, lads. This doesn't quite seem like a sanitary working environment for butchery. Seems like we should get some proper kitchens up in here. What do I do with this place now that I have it?
You're gonna decorate it for Jesus.
Well, see, it's not just the fortress. It's like this whole area is mine now.
Well, yeah, in that region.
So I'm just the king of all I survey.
Everything the light touches.
Ancient war chief, the tricky.
Must
Okay.
unlock shadow dominant skill to upgrade what?
I've already got that.
I must. I come back from the dead to terror. Holy crap!
What? So this is me. So I don't own like the whole area. I just own here. Oh, lost artifact. What's this new gear? Oh, that's my gear. Oh, we haven't upgraded this in a long time either. So we got a level. What's our current sword? Melee attack 35, 49. Oh, we're so behind.
So we've been using.
I took
Mediocre
I took up
stuff.
that whole place we used in last week's kitchen knife. Why is this one yellow?
Because it is
Health recovery on a collected from Scoth. Oh, I can use my enemies' weapons against other enemies. But this one has higher attack though. Is these all the ones I have? Oh, I've got loads. These ones are worse though. I'm going with the 49 then. Hand me knife. Ooh.
That's just a tad better.
Oh. Quick throw, hit an enemy who is pinned. Quick throw replenishes elf shot. Quick throw applies a curse every 37 seconds.
Dude, we could have been using
We could have been wrecking house. 524, 514,
Just
stealth.
think about how much we're going to be wrecking house now. It's going to be so easy. We're going to be like, oh, we should have been doing this a long time ago.
519.
Kind of embarrassing, really, when you think about it.
Not really. It means we wrecked house with a toothpick and a, I don't know, toilet sponge.
Razor blade.
Oh, that's not that much better. 192, 183. I mean, these are all better, but they're not that much better.
We also
Connected
get
from
9
Nacra.
shots with that.
That is better. Now, I like our current armor, though. I don't know that I want to change it.
Well,
This is only slightly better. It doesn't change the style too much, although it turns it a little bit greenish.
I'm good with that.
I kind of like the... Ooh, okay. I like the blue, but... Oh, okay. hold my tongue until I've seen all these. No, that's worse. No, these are all much worse.
Well, that one's the best one.
That was not bad. 373, 369, 323 versus 381. Why are these purple, though? So that one's the very best. It still looks pretty similar. I don't know. I like the blue better, but it's modeling for us. So the Ranger hood, 11 versus 16. Oh, but I like our tattered cloak. 20. 18. Are these organized by... No, they're not. So this one's the better. That one's not bad. I kind of like the charcoal color. You can have a new ring. What do these even do?
Draining...
100% more health. Wow. Allied Oryx take less damage. That seems a little situational. I think I want this. Dark. Feral. I don't know if these are legendary sets of what.
Brass.
Legendary sets of
Got a
gonads.
legendary set.
I do indeed.
Using a toothpick and a butcher knife, I have single-handedly carved up these butts.
Oh wow, this is fun. Morning, fellas.
Remain secure, yet you seem unnerved.
Our army is proof that no fortress is truly secure.
Why would I poison a nearby barrel? These are all my guys. Going for worst boss. Congratulations. We're all going to have a party. Make sure to drink out of that barrel. Maybe it's not poison. Maybe I slipped it a little extra hooch in the grog.
Put some
Some Viagra.
What?
Just to see what happens.
Okay. There's no female orcs in this camp, so what games are we playing?
You don't know that. There are female orcs. Tolkien admitted they have to be. He just didn't ever want to imagine them. And neither do I. Okay, this is a strange camera system.
It did not sound like she said ships. Like this one.
Hard to imagine. So I suppose I'll have to see it for myself someday.
Okay.
What do you want about? Okay, Jose, no way, croquet.
That it? Okay. So there's other fortresses to take, but how do I strengthen this fortress? Because they keep talking about building up
By
like.
using your legendary set.
Do I upgrade the fortress from within the fortress?
Sail in vessels such as these.
In the First Age, this would count among the most ordinary ships in our fleet.
So, we really did a number on this place. Like, I'm just saying, I'm proud of what we've done here. Because this place looks dope. Alright, fixing stuff up. How do I do that? Oh, can I go back in now once I've conquered it? Do I have to climb up the tower? Excuse me, lads. I'm giving the boys a show. Alright, now what? I want to fix stuff.
Like what?
Well, they keep telling me like, oh, but remember, it's not going to be, secure forever, but I want to make it secure forever.
I think he was meaning in more of like the...
What can I command him to do now that he's the top guy? I suppose I should level him up. I'm liking this orc war song. Upgrades this follower to epic. There you go. Boom. Now Ronk is epic too. I want to mark you. I want to command you. I can only level him up by 1 though. Because the problem is, I'm annoyed that, like, because he was up to, like, level 39 before when he was whooping my butt. But I couldn't recruit him when he was that high level. So the question is, how do I get these guys to be higher level now that they're on my side? Because the previous way I did that was by letting them kill me. I guess I just have to keep training them like this. I can't even train him like this. Okay. You can have a Karagor mount. Alright, Ronk is my boy. Siege upgrades, that's what I'm looking for. Hang on. Oh, so are these
You
defenders?
need to put somebody else in that slot now.
So these are, but these are now these are the people who will defend?
Yeah. Snafu,
Well, obviously
I feel
these
like
guys need to
Snafu
defend.
Needs to make the most sense. And
Well, no, these guys have got to be the ones
but
to defend
they're
it.
already there.
Well, no, this is just their, this is
No,
their,
but
like,
remember they were the ones that are in the 2 other spots. Hoshgrish.
Skak and Hoshgrish are
Yeah.
these ones, which are not those 2 guys.
Yeah, Hoshgrish is.
Hoshgrish is one of them, but this is
So then
Ashgarn. So
Ashgarn.
Ashgarn, of course you got to defend your own fort. That it? How do I actually... Oh, okay, so here we go. Righto. Reinforced stone walls. Reinforced... Okay, so I got to start with regular old stone walls. Reinforce the stone walls. This is going to cost me a lot of experience. Metal walls. That might be too much for now. Iron gates. That's not too much. Poison spouts. Heck yeah. You go in medieval. Oh, I forgot you can only do 1 at a time. Dadgummit. Well, I'm sticking with the poison spouts. That's pretty dope. Defending armors with defenders. Well, that almost seems to make sense. Okay. I guess that will do. Dope. I don't know what to do now.
Well, we could sign off and say adieu.
Well, it has been the right... yeah, we're around the right time. Hello, boys! Don't mind him. The boss just likes to do that sometimes. Well, I mean, check us out. Check out what we've accomplished here. I am the God Emperor. Well, have you properly therapized yourself? Do you
I
feel
think
better?
so.
Okay, then. I don't know how to sign off. Beat it. Beat it, doofus.